All right, we have made our way to Anor Londo, and we've been digging deep, bearing down to find this lore and this story and what have you. And we're trying to make a build. It's going to require a lot of different what she calls it. There's a whole lot of stuff that goes into making this build. So this is the type of run I was going to have to do to make this build anyway. I just, taking it a little slower than I would. We're taking the time to talk to all the NPCs. Speaking of which...
Oh, there you are. You've been quiet these days. Smooth summoning out there. Anytime you see my brilliantly shining signature, do not hesitate to call upon me. You've left me with quite an impression. I would relish a chance to assist you.
Oh, what a sweetie.
You really are fond of chatting with me, aren't you? If I didn't know better, I'd think you had feelings for me. Oh no, dear me, pretend you didn't hear that.
My man said, Desu.
You really are fond of chatting with me, aren't you? If I didn't...
He likes to flirt. He's a flirty boy. Aw, Snapchat. Snapchat. Look who it is. Way too early. Three sunlight medals. Three, count them, 3 sunlight medals. Man got stabbed right in the butthole. All right. So we got Havel's ring, and the key that led us to Havel told us that there was a story about someone being locked away in that tower for their own good. They were locked away in that tower by one of their friends, but for their own good, of course. And I assume, by the way, these are just like miracles right here. These are like tales of the gods, that have been transcribed or whatever. All these scrolls and stuff, but who knows what they are. So, when we're here, we dig around, we find an illusory wall, which, by the way, the illusory wall is very good game design, because you can walk past this door, walk to this window, and be like, oh, there's a room in there. There's a room in that there, alright? So, like, that there's more to this room than meets the eye, right? So you find that illusory wall. Very good game design. So anyway, we come down here into this dark, dank, forgotten area, and we start digging around, and we find a mimic! When we dig around in there, we find Havel's armor and his weapons, and we also find an occult club. And the occult club is used to, occult is an infusion that was created to fight the gods. We find out a little bit about the occult when we go down to the catacombs, but I just wanted to talk about Havel a little bit. I really think that was like a retcon thing. I think that the Havel in the tower was meant to be the real Havel. And then I think when Dark Souls 3 runs around, the Havel in the tower was meant to just be one of Havel's men. They kind of like retcon it. I think that the Havel that we meet in Archdragon Peak, I think that's the real Havel. But I think I think if Dark Souls 1 had just been its own game, no sequel had ever come out, etc., etc., I think that we would have been fine with the assumption that the real Havel was the one that we found locked up in the tower. Now it works. It works with because Havel's ring is worn by not Havel, but Havel's men. Havel's men wore the ring to express faith in their leader and to carry a heavier load. So like that not being the real Havel makes sense because he drops us the ring. This is a simple wooden club. Simple bladeless strike weapon is effective against most foes, is easily handled, and can break the guard of the shield. However, a single miss makes one wide open. This one has been infused with occult, which we will learn about later. Havel's weapon was a dragon tooth, created from an everlasting dragon tooth, legendary great hammer of Havel the Rock. The dragon tooth will never break, as it is harder than stone, and it grants its wielder resistance to magic and flame. And then we got his shield as well. The great shield of the legendary Havel the Rock, cut straight from a slab of stone. The great shield is imbued with magic of Havel, provides strong defense, and is incredibly heavy. A true divine heirloom on par with the dragon tooth. And then his armor, it tells us, the same, carved from solid rock. Its tremendous weight is matched only by the defense it provides. Havel's warriors never flinched nor retreated from battle. Those unfortunate enough to face them were inevitably beaten to a pulp. We also learn that Havel was a religious dude. Havel was, he had the title of bishop. And we're going to assume that that title is tied to the Way of White. Right? But this occult club starts to shed a little light on Havel as maybe not, like, the always faithful compatriot of Lord Gwyn, but instead a guy who had some differences with Lord Gwyn. Which would make sense, because Havel hated dragons. Hated them. And Gwyn decided to team up with Seath. Oh, that rolling attack did some Dark Souls 2 nonsense. Gwyn decided to team up with Seath. And that's a very lucky drop. And, you know, obviously Havel would not have been super hype about that. Alright, the Silver Knight pants are pants that I intend to wear on this build once it's finished. Alright, we kind of cheated there. We just did a little shortcut skip, but it's fine. Who cares? Does +0 occult count as +10 normal for weapon matchmaking? Yes, because it goes 0 to 5, 5 to holy, holy to 5, holy +5 to occult, right? So, I mean, I think Havel, like I said, I personally think it's like a bit of a retroactive continuity that they did. Also, we're seeing all these dragons. Obviously, these people hunted dragons and felt good about hunting dragons. I think it's a bit of retroactive continuity, but, like, I think it works either way. I think it works either way, honestly. I think having Ornstein and the real Havel show up at Archdragon Peak makes a lot of sense. Like, after Gwyn died, Ornstein, you know, watching over Anor Londo with Gwendolyn, this idea that, like, Aldrich shows up, Pontiff shows up, sets Aldrich loose, and Ornstein and Havel decide to get the band back together again, and they go to Archdragon Peak to be like, yo, it's time. It's time for you to come home, Nameless King. It's time for you to come home and really, you know, bring us all back together. And then the Nameless King's like, nah, bro, and just kills him. That's like the most Dark Souls story of all time. And so, like, the idea that that's the Havel that we run into in Archdragon Peak, I really like that idea. We got a gold coin and a silver coin. Also, we got some weapons. We got a Silver Knight spear, which is a good drop. The Silver Knights of Anor Londo guard the city using this beautifully slender weapon. The spear can be wielded by both hands in a focused thrust that uses one's body weight, or swung in a large sweeping motion. We also got the shield. Shield of the Silver Knights of Anor Londo. A flowing canal is carved deep into its face. The Silver Knights stayed behind in Anor Londo to defend the illusory goddess, and their shields are blessed with her divine protection. But they're not. Now, we've seen statues, now we're seeing artwork. But, like, who sleeps in this bed? You know? Also, what is that a picture of? Is that, like, Anor Londo on the hill? Just weird paintings. But we can tell that, like, the kingdom is in disrepair. Like, the wallpaper's fallen off. All of this stuff is, like, fit for humans, though. Yeah, the Katarina armor thing where it talks about parrying is, I think that's meant to be like, it deflects blows by being shaped round. And that makes sense, you know? I think that's just like a mistranslation. The thing about the Silver Knight shield is like, what? I'm sorry? The thing about the Silver Knight shield is, like, it gives the game away that the Silver Knights are protecting an illusory goddess, which is pretty silly. Oh, that reminds me. That reminds me. Those Silver Knights are worth about 1,000 souls a pop. I've got a large Titanite shard. I got a bonfire. I've got a weaponsmith box. Let's make it happen, Captain. 174 to 184. Let's go. Got a raw weapon trophy. Hell yeah, baby. Oh, baby, let's go! The Silver Knights of Anor Londo guard the city using this beautifully slender weapon. Its chain attacks, in which the wielder takes great advancing steps and makes use of his body weight, are deadly, even in single hits. The spear and the sword both require 16 strength and 22 dex, which I don't have and won't have. I love these weapons, though. I absolutely love them. High base damage on the Silver Knight sword. Pretty good scaling, only slightly worse than Baldur's Side sword on the dex scaling aspect. Very good if you buff it, especially with like a tier 3 Dark Moon blade, because that base damage, that high base damage, that good dex scaling, the fact that you don't need a lot of faith to cast Dark Moon Blade in this game, and that it doesn't scale with faith, but instead scales with how much you are a Dark Moon Blade. Really, you know, obviously, the Dark Moon Blade Falchion, a powerful combo, and Silver Knight plus Dark Moon Blade is not on that level at all. But it is pretty good. It is pretty good. Now the Silver Knights have like all these dope thrust attacks with the Silver Knight sword, but if you get it, you can't. You don't have those. Those aren't real. They're also an illusion. Hey, what's up, homie?
Whatever can be done. Ah, you again. Let me guess. Were you repelled by the Silver Knights? Oh, don't be ashamed. 'Tis the fate of vanguards like you and I. I'll think of something. We can overcome this together. This is quite a fix. We'll need another 3, no, maybe 5 bodies. Quite a fix indeed.
My man just, he doesn't, you know what I mean? He doesn't believe in himself. My build right now is non-existent. My build right now is under-leveled, level 27, with 16 strength and 14 dex. We're just we're waiting until we get the stuff that we need, and then we'll start working on the build. That artwork right there is great because, you know, it's just cool artwork. But this is also like design works stuff where the artist draws it and, you know, they're like, okay, the player character should be here. You know what I mean? A lot of times you'll see leaked footage of images like this, and essentially they put the player character there to show like the scale, the size of an area, or the scale, the size of a monster. But it does work just as like cool background art as well. So whoever the humans are who hang out in Anor Londo, they sure are treated well, because look at this bed. That's a nice-ass bed. This is not minimum requirements or anything. It's just, I'm not leveling up a lot, because it's just, not super necessary at the moment. I can't believe we got a Silver Knight spear and sword to drop. That's wild. In here, the heavy breathing coming from this nerd. He got me a couple times. Woo! With his foot box. Just didn't want to risk it, you know? He's a tanky boy, too. I'm not sure if he's on the Synth's Fortress level. But he ain't a pushover, I know that. Jesus, he might be harder than the Synth's Fortress dudes, actually. Fuck! Alright, homie, alright, homie, alright. Jesus. You're out of your fucking mind. I'm out. God, these dudes are tanky. You know what? You know what, chat? That was on me. That was on me. We all know what time it is. Fuck! Oh, thank God. He doesn't have his glasses. Depth perception's all messed up. What's up now, boy? All right. Why no HUD? I went no HUD to grab some screenshots, and then I just started playing the game, and I was like, let's leave it. Kind of interesting. Those Titanite demons, Pontiff Sullivan, they spawned from Titanite slabs, created by, like, the blacksmith god, after the blacksmith god died. King of the sweeties right here, chat. Look at him. Look at the attention to detail, like in the animations here. This is the kind of thing that like you got this. Look at him. Look at how he leans over to like look at his work, and like to him he's like he's making a little needle, you know. Look at that. Look at that. It's so good.
Who are you? Forge your weapons?
Hey, what's up, man?
Tis no good, but forge very good. I help anytime. Tis no good. No one home, everyone gone.
And the giant kind of gives away the game a little bit there. Like, talk. That's no good. No one's here.
But you, friend, you talk. I no talk, but happy. But you, friend, you talk. I no talk, but happy.
I love him. I love him so much. So, we can take our +10 lightning spear. We can turn it into a +10 spear. This undoes the ascension. Okay. And then once we've done that, we can turn a +10 spear into a moonlight butterfly horn. Also, we got the Hawk Ring. This dude also sells us large shards, green shards, and twinkling titanite. Also, the giant armor. Armor of the Giant Sentinels Van Orlando. Made from ancient brass, it also offers protection versus non-physical attacks, but due to its giant size, is extremely heavy for humans and impedes stamina recovery. So it gives us like decent fire defense. I guess that's part of being made of brass. I don't know. Dark Souls 1 does this weird thing where it talks a lot about like what materials things are made out of. Ow. Brass, tin, etc. It comes up a lot. I help anytime. I messed up. I messed up, chat. But it's okay. Time is convoluted, chat. It's convoluted time. Time is convoluted, chat! Unbelievable. Unbelievable, man. The Astok is the largest of the thrusting swords. It can pierce an armored knight in one thrust. The blade is also sharp, allowing for slicing as well. The Moonlight Butterfly Horn is a weapon born from the mystical creature of the Darkroot Garden, the Moonlight Butterfly. The horns of the butterfly, a being created by Seath, are imbued with a pure magic power. Look at the damage, chat. Look at the damage. Straight up, 120 magic damage. Just pure magic damage. Oh, we also got our first crystal infusion. Crystal infusion is pure physical in this game. But it's a magic type of physical, if you can follow that logic. And what it makes the weapon very strong. However, it makes the weapon brittle, and it cannot be repaired, and it breaks. The Gargoyle Shield is a bronze shield of the gargoyle guarding the Bell of Awakening in the Undead Church. The gargoyle skin is tough by itself, and perhaps its shield may have been a prop, for it is a rare example of a metal shield that does not reduce physical damage 100%. Alright. I would like to get one of those demon spears. They're pretty badass. But also the lore. Well, I'd hope the dang sword was sharp. I mean, yeah, but also... like, you know, some weapons have, like, a pointed end, and some have a sharp blade. And the stock is telling us that it has both. It can do it all, baby. Thus was born the saying, Estock, best stock. Oh, we got the Hawk Ring as well. One of the special rings granted to the 4 Knights of Gwyn. The Hawk Ring belonged to Hawkeye Goff. I think it's Goff. Hawkeye Goff, who led the Great Archers. Boosts bow range so that arrows fly like they were shot by Goff's great bow, which took down high-flying dragons. I started as a warrior, but the particular build that I'm making didn't really have, like, there was no good starting class for me. They were all pretty much the same. Right in the brain. I always forget that these things have projectiles. Yeah, come on. God, they walk like they're monsters. They are monsters. You know what I mean. Oh! Unnecessary. Titanite chunk. At the end of this, our stats will be 28 faith and 40 intelligence. Our strength and dex will be exactly where they're at right now. Our vitality will go up a bit. Our endurance will also stay the same. Which is rough, boy. Rough, boy. Playing with low endurance in Dark Souls 1. That's rough, boy. Hey, chat. I got some good news. I believe it's time to fill the quiver. Now, the thing about this invasion that's so great to me is this is how Dark Souls, this is how From Software, this is your probably your first look at invasions for you as the invader. And this is what they expected you to deal with. 3 dudes just waiting to gank that ass. And a lot of people complained about Dark Souls 3 and how you could, like, summon friends and gank that ass. But I think that that was always the intended mechanic. I think you were always supposed to have to fight, or you know what I mean? Like, the idea that you would fight gankers has been in the game since, like, this point. It's just that Dark Souls 1's netcode sucked and you couldn't connect to anybody. So the odds of you actually getting gankers was pretty low.
Well, look at you. I thought you were wiser. But I thought wrong. 'Tis a terrible pity. Like a moth flittering towards a flame. You fellows, no? Don't you agree?
They gave my man fall control so that I wouldn't, like, cheese him and make him take fall damage over and over again. Wait, is that wizard gonna... Okay, I just don't want that wizard to... Okay, there he is. Alright, we got him in red tearstone range. Oh, you bitch! Oh, he got so lucky his friend fell on me! Damn! Losing that invasion did not make me lose my humanity or my souls, thankfully. The lore of his buddies. One of them definitely appears to be one of the Sealers of New Londo. And the Sealers of New Londo, they were supposed to stick around in New Londo after it was over, and, I'm about to get shot. Okay, no, I'm good. They were supposed to stick around New Londo and make sure that it stayed closed. But we learn in the game that 2 of them left. One went to Blighttown to try to fix it. The third we never find anything about. And here we see a magic user who has the new Londo sealer armor set on.
So, here we go again. How many times will these lambs rush to slaughter?
As many as it takes, nerd.
Well, let's get it over with.
I'm out of arrows. Nope. That ain't happening. It ain't happening. It's all turn and burns, baby. Wait, it's all turn and burns? Always has been. Learn to invade #1. Right here. Ah! Verticality! Oh shit, that red tearstone ring is why he's doing so much damage. I was like, I should have survived earlier. But yeah, duh, he's got the red tearstone ring. Absolutely broke, boy! Get wrecked! Give me that souvenir of reprisal! The guilty pay the price! The guilty pay the price, boys! Firekeeper Soul, Ring of Favor and Protection, 5 Humanity. We love it. Firekeeper Soul has a special item description. Soul of the Ash Maiden, Firekeeper Firelink Shrine. And then it tells us the same thing, but this one says... This was the Ash Maiden locked in the dark prison for some transgression. Or, I'm sorry, was the Ash Maiden locked in this dark prison for some transgression or by her own will. And we got our Ring of Favor and Protection that's going to boost our stamina and equip load up. We love that. We love that. Can't take it off, though. I mean, you can, but, you know, you're not supposed to. We got that fast roll, baby. We got that fast roll. We love the fast roll. We love to be fast rollers. We love rolling fast. 6.5 on the pants might be a little heavy. Let's hit up that. 4.6. That's what's up. That's what's up. All right. Now I suppose it's Smoes and O's. Does the Ring of Favor not breaking signify you took his finger with it? That's a good-ass question. I mean, we chopped off his ear. Why not his finger? I think it's just the fact that, like, he's dead and his goddess is like, okay, well, somebody has to wear me. I just got mollywomped by the giant from behind. This sucks. This is an example of a fight that didn't age very well. Ornstein has a lot of floaty nonsense that he does, where he just kind of teleports. His charge attack is very strange, very old King Alon. Ow. However, you're still allowed. You're still allowed to love this fight just because of what it represents. And it's actually from like a gameplay perspective, it's pretty nice. Because like the first boss that we fought, well, not the first, but one of the first bosses that we fought was the gargoyles. And the gargoyles taught us that we could beat we could beat two enemies at once, although they were obviously like a much more lenient version of that. You are fucking out of your fucking mind. They were a much more lenient version of that, but you know, at the end of the day, that's what they were. So running into these two here feels, you know, preposterous the first time you're playing this game. Like, this is... What are you supposed to do, you know? But you've already done it. It's just now you gotta do it again. And they're a little more badass. Am I out of Estus? Oh, I got one left. How close is Smo? Is the name of the game. Ah, damn it. GG. Hey, what's up, Azrael? You know, there's something about that calcium. Whenever you have like a really good first attempt at a boss, you know, it's just a thing that happens. You take a swing at a boss that's your very first attempt, and you end up doing much better than you expected. And the problem is that it's also a bit of a curse, because it means that every other attempt it won't be as good. Also, I love having to blow an Estus on these idiots. Oh, souls are way over there. I need my souls for the humanity, for the extra flat defense. On this build, it honestly doesn't matter which one I kill first or last. But since we're using the Balder, might as well kill Ornstein last and get that Leo ring. Also, you don't get anything for killing Smo except his armor. The one you kill last is the one whose armor you can buy at Firelink Shrine. Damn it! You are... come on! I'm dead. I'll give them this. They're extremely frustrating because they just stay up each other's asses the whole fight. And like, I'll allow that of Smo and Ornstein. The fact that, like, Frida and Father Ariandel have the same problem, though, like, how have you not fixed that yet, you know? To be fair, though, they do, in Dark Souls 3, we do finally get, like, the very first, very good fight two bosses at once with the demons, the twin demon princes. Seriously? You were behind me. This essentially comes down to positioning, knowing when you're safe and when you're not, and using the pillars to heal. Look at that. Also recognizing that Smo has two attacks where he jumps in the air. One where he lands on his butt, which is pretty safe, and one where he slams down the hammer, which is also pretty safe as long as, like, you know that that's what he's doing. Smo is actually, like, a pretty fun fight by himself. I think he's a more fun fight than Ornstein. It's really weird that they didn't like use that move set on a different boss or something, you know, to let you like really get in deep with it. Are they hollowed at this point? I don't think they're real. I think the only real things we meet are like the Batwing demons and the giant blacksmith. I don't think anything else here is real. Oh no! Still fat rolling. God damn it. I did not consider I rearranged all my armor and I rearranged all my shit and then I put on the Ring of Favor and Protection, and then I did not consider that was gonna. That was my fault. Just stupid shit. Probably could have still dealt with that if I had just accepted that, okay, that's gonna be my role for the fight. You know, just accept it and go on. But I'm dumb. Derp de derp. Nice. Love that. Yeah, if I was From, I would have totally, like, reused Smo's moveset somewhere. It's too good. You know what I mean? In case you've never played Dark Souls 1, any damage that you do to, like, you have to kill one. Right? There's no way to kill them both at the same time, and if you do kill them both at the same time, the game just, like, still gives you one of them to fight. The game also gives the one that, you know, like, all of its health back. So there's no point in, like, hitting both of them. I thought he was throwing lightning, so I chickened out. He's still... Oh, God, I hate you, Ornstein. Don't float at me, bro. No floating allowed. It's non-stop floating. Ornstein is just on non-stop float. Alright, he's over. He's finished. Baldur side sword sucks in this fight. Oh, come on. Hard to hit him with the pokes because his legs. Alright, do I want to go for the fat roll? I think I do. Maybe I don't. Yeah! Oh yeah, baby! Whew. Nice. Nice. Also, since we killed Lautrec, Wrath Alchemist. Thank you for the Prime sub. Welcome back for 8 months. Much appreciated. Since we killed Lautrec, we can pick up his armor here. Learn a little bit about the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Steelio Girl, and take her soul. Helm of Lautrec the Embraced, representing the goddess Fina's love. During his solitude, he forsook everything, for he believed in the goddess's love for him. And that's it. That's most of Anor Londo, although there's some nooks and crannies left to explore. But most of it's good. Now we get that Lord Vessel. I'm gonna split up the VOD right here, because we've earned it.
Thou hast journeyed far, and overcome much, chosen undead. Come hither, child.